Hello friends, welcome back to another video. In this video, I will be providing you the solution of Resolve and Evolve final lab solution, which is going to be Generative AI Search Challenge Lab. Before starting the solution, I simply want to inform you that I already uploaded the solution of previous 7 labs. पिछले जितने भी 7 labs हैं सबके solution upload हो चुके हैं that you can access from this playlist. And जो ये वाला solution है वो भी इसमें update हो जाएगा. So I will suggest you to save this playlist, or you can access the playlist from the link in the description box, or simply clicking on the I button of the video. दोनों तरह से आप playlist को access कर सकते हो. Now without wasting time, start the lab. It would be a little lengthier lab क्योंकि इसमें काफी सारे हमें task perform करने हैं और कोई इसका shortcut भी possible नहीं है. So it would going to take a little bit long time. Okay, so you have to be patient and follow me throughout the lab. Okay, so start the lab and wait for the credentials to be loaded up. If you see a message like this, provisioning lab resources, estimate time remaining 2 minutes, then nothing to be worried about. It happens when there is a load on the server. तो जब आपको सर्वर पे लोड होता है तो आपको एक टाइमर दिया जाता है, उतने टाइम को आपको वेट करना होता है, उसके बाद आपके क्रेडेंशियल्स जो हैं विजिबल हो जाते हैं. सो आई विल वेट फॉर माय क्रेडेंशियल्स. वंस वी गेट द क्रेडेंशियल्स वी विल स्टार्ट द लैब. So as you can see, our credentials are now visible. So we will start the lab. First of all, we will copy the password from here by clicking on this copy button, and we will right click upon open Google Cloud Console and open it in incognito window only. Incognito window में ही open करना है, इस बात का ध्यान रखिए. Then email ID will be automatically pasted up. So we will click on the next button and we will paste the password. Paste the password and click on next. Now click on I understand button and you get logged in into the Google Cloud Console. Wait for the dashboard to be loaded. Once the dashboard will be loaded, we have to accept some terms and conditions. A pop-up will arise here. Accept the terms and condition by clicking on the checkbox and click on agree and continue. Once you are done with this, we have to start with the task number 1. For the task number 1, we have to open the Vertex AI agent. So come back to here. In the search bar, type agent and open agent builder. Wait for it to load. Now click on checkbox and click on continue and activate the API. Once the API enabled, we will start with building the app. Taking a little bit time. Yes, now it's successfully built it. Click on this close message button. The dashboard is loading. Now you need to select the second option, search for your website, by clicking on the create button and scroll down. For the app name, we have to come back to the lab and copy this name very carefully from the task number 1. Make sure you don't copy any extra spacing, otherwise it will give you an error. So make sure you copy it very carefully. Come back to here, paste it in the name. Same for the company name. Then scroll down. Make sure the multi-region is selected as the global and click on continue button. Now for the data source, you have to click on create data source button or create data store. Then click on website content, select it. For the URL, you have to come back to here and copy this. Copy this URL very carefully. Make sure you don't copy any extra full stop, any extra thing. And you can see if I zoom in, you will see there is a full stop at the end of the URL. So we don't have to copy that. Okay. So we don't have to copy that. Right now I'm copying it, though I will exclude it. Come back to here, paste it here, and remove that full stop from the end. Okay. Now your URL should look like this. And scroll down and click on continue button. Now for the data store name, again come back to the website or the lab site and copy this name, web store. Copy it very carefully. Come back to here, paste it here, click on create button. Now once you are done with this, click on create, and now this task is completed. You can click on the apps button, come back to the lab, click on check my progress, and you will get the green tick here. You can see assessment is completed. In this way, our task number 1 is completed. Now we will start with the task number 2. For the task number 2, we have to perform the same thing. So we will again come back to the lab and click on data from here, or agent builder. Simply click on the agent builder and click on apps. Open the apps. You have to create one more app. So click on create app button. Close this message and again select the second option to create a website. Click on create button and scroll down. For the app name, we will copy the app name from the task number 2. This will be the app name. Copy it very carefully again. Make sure there should be no extra spacing. Come back to here, lab. Open the lab. It's got a little bit hang. Now paste the app name here. Same for the company name. Make sure the multi-region is global. Click on continue button. Then we need to click on create data store. Same from the previous step. But this time we will create a cloud storage. So click on select button for the cloud storage and make sure it's selected as the enhanced structured data JSON. Okay, make sure you select this one and scroll down. And for the path of the folder, you will simply come back to the task number 2, scroll down a little bit and copy the path from here. Again, make sure you should not copy any extra full stop at the end. आपको at the end full stop जो given है वो copy नहीं करना है. Come back to the task or the lab, paste it here. And make sure you would get a green tick beside the folder icon. If it's visible, the green tick, it means your path is correct. Otherwise, you are making any error in pasting the path. If it's green, now you can click on the continue. For the data store name, we will again come back to the task number 2 and copy the data store name, same as the task number 1. Copy it, come back to here, paste it in the data store name and click on create button. Once the data store is completed, we are done with the task number 2. So now our second app is also created. So we will click on create button, wait for it to load. Now it's done. So we can come back to the lab and scroll down and click on check my progress. You will get the green tick in the second task, first subtask. If you don't get the green tick in the first try, again click on the check my progress. You will get the green tick eventually. You can see assessment completed. Now scroll down in the task number 2. There is one more subtask. You have to create one more app. So you will copy the app name. Again, it's under the task number 2. So make sure you are following me very carefully. We are done with the first task of the task number 2 or the first subtask of the task number 2. Now we will be working on the second subtask. So copy this name very carefully. Come back to here. Click on apps and we'll create a new app. So click on create app button, then paste the name that we just copied. Before that, we need to click on this create button and scroll down. Again, paste the name here, same for the company name. Click on continue button, click on create data store. Again select the cloud storage, but this time for the cloud storage it would be unstructured document. Now scroll down for the path, file path. We will again come back to the lab and copy the file path from here. Make sure you don't copy any extra full stop. इस बात का बहुत ध्यान रखना है, कोई भी extra full stop या spacing नहीं होनी चाहिए. Paste it here, click anywhere and you will get the green tick beside the folder. After that we can click on the continue button. For the data store name, we will again come back to the lab and copy the data store name from here. This is the data store name. Copy it, come back to here, paste it here, click on create button. Now once the data store is created, we would be done with the task 2, subtask of the task number 2. So wait for it to get loaded. Now click on the create button again, close this message. So now our app is created, the third app. We can come back to the lab, click on check my progress button, and it's highly possible that you don't get the green tick in the first try. You can see it's giving the error because it's taking the time in the backend. अभी backend में app जो process है वो हो रही है, so it will take a little bit time. Wait for 1 to 2 minutes. Again click on check my progress. You will definitely get the green tick. You can see we get the green tick. Now coming to the task number 3. Come back to the lab. Click on apps button. Again you will create an app, but this time it would be a chat app. So you will click on the apps. Click on create app. Now again click on this second option, create. Scroll down. Actually again click on back button. We don't need to create the search website this time. We have to create a chatbot. So we will click on create app. Scroll down. Select the chat this time. So click on create. Click on enable API. It should be we should enable the dialog flow API. Otherwise this chatbot would not work. So click on enable API. It will enable the API. First your API is enabled. We can come back to the lab. Scroll down and from the task number 3 we will select the company name. Copy it very carefully. Make sure again there should be no extra spacing. Come back to the lab, paste the company name. For the agent name, we will again copy it from here and paste it in the agent name field. Then scroll down, make sure it's multi-region. Again, global multi-region should be global. Click on continue. Now we will create a data store, same as the other task. It should be cloud storage and unstructured documents. Now for the file path, we will come back to here, copy the file path from the lab. Again, make sure there should be no extra spacing. And to verify, make sure you get the green tick in the folder icon. Click on continue button. For the data store name, we will copy it from the lab. It's very similar to the other task that we just performed. Paste it here, click on create button. Once our data store is created, our task number 3 would be finished. So wait for a couple of seconds. Click on create button. Just wait for a couple of seconds. You can close it and come back to the lab. Scroll down a little bit, click on check my progress. You will get the green tick here. Again, if you don't get the green tick in the first try, then again click on check my progress. Okay, wait for a little bit. Let me check. Okay, so the reason is that why we are not getting the green tick for the task number 3, because we have to create a generative conversational agent as well. हमने अभी एक chat जो bot create किया, we have to link it with the generative conversational agent. So for that, again we will come back to the lab. Let me open it. We will click on the right click upon agent builder first of all. Right click upon it and open it in new tab. Come back to that tab. In the new tab, we will create the generative conversational agent and link it. So wait for the dashboard to be loaded. So once the dashboard get loaded, we will click on create app button once again. Scroll down a little bit and this time we will select the conversational agent and we will click on the create button. It will automatically open in a new tab. Wait for it to get loaded. Simply click on the cross button from here. It's loading. Now select this display name. Select this one. It will open a new tab or a new dashboard for us. Click on this cross button. You can close these messages and from the left panel scroll down and select the integrations and click on manage. Click on create new, click on country code and select the United States and click on request and select any number. Then for the display name, come back to the lab, scroll down a little bit and from the task number 4 we will select this copy it, come back to here, paste it in the display name, and scroll down. For the display name, I selected the wrong one. For the display name, we have to select the second one, this one. We have to copy this one, copy it. Again, make sure you don't copy any extra full stop and spacing. Remove the old one and paste the correct display name and click on the save button. Now, once you are done with this, we can simply come back to the lab, scroll down a little bit, click on check my progress, and you will get the green tick for the task number 4. Again, if you don't get the green tick in the first try, wait for it, click on check my progress, you will get the green tick. Wait for a couple of seconds, retry, and you can see I get the green tick. Just wait for a couple of seconds, keep trying again till you get the green tick. Now scroll down or scroll up. Let's again try to get the green tick for task number 3. Don't worry if you are not getting the green tick for task number 3, we will just get it at the end of the other task. Just make sure you get the green tick for the task number 4. After then, we will jump for the task number 5. So come back to the lab. Now from here, we have to open the tab number 2, create app, this one. And in the search bar, you have to search for the vertex app. Don't take the tension for the task number 3, we will manage that later. Just focus for the task number 5 right now. So search for the vertex AI and we have to enable it. Wait for the dashboard to be loaded. Now click on enable all recommended APIs. It will automatically handle all the APIs. After that, click on the workbench. From the workbench, we have to access the Jupyter Lab. Jupyter Lab. Wait for it to get load. And under the instance name, we will see the Open Jupyter Lab. So we will click on this Open Jupyter Lab button. So once it's loaded, scroll down and from the others, select terminal. Once the terminal is loaded, come back to the lab. Now watch it very carefully because you have to copy the command very carefully. First of all, copy this gsutil. Come back to here, paste it. Don't press enter button. Simply use any arrow key. Give a space and type CP and again give the space. Come back to the lab and then copy this URL. Copy it very carefully. Make sure you don't copy the full stop at the end and paste it here. Again, don't press any enter key. Simply use any arrow key. अभी आपको enter press नहीं करना है. Use any arrow key because the command is not completed yet. Come back to the lab and copy this next command. Till the IPYNB. Copy it. Come back to here. Paste it here. Now your command should look like this. आपका command इस तरीके का दिखना चाहिए. After that, we can click on the enter button. And once your command is executed, you will see a new file would be loaded in the terminal here. Okay, so CP command is not the correct argument. Let me check what's the correct one. The problem was that in the previous command we forget to insert a space and comma or full stop. So I will use any arrow key, upper arrow key on my keyboard, and it will again give me the same command. Just use any upper arrow key. Okay, use the up arrow key and it will give you the same command. So after the IPYNB, give a space and put a full stop. Now try to run this. Yes, it's started to download the file and you can see the notebook is here. So after you download the notebook, you have to come back to the lab and go to the description of the video, and in the description you will find the link of this GitHub file. आपको ये GitHub file का link description box में मिल जाएगा. And you have to access this GitHub file and download it by clicking on this download raw file button. Download it very carefully. Once you downloaded it, you can simply come back to that Jupyter Lab again and click on this upload button. After that, you have to select that particular file, select it and load it. Then again double click on it to load it. Now we have to run this. Before that, we have to make certain changes. That is, we have to come back to the lab and select our region or the zone. For that, from the GCP region, copy the region and come back to the Jupyter notebook and scroll down a little bit, keep scrolling, and in the location here in the region we have to edit it and remove this. First of all, remove the US center and paste your region here. Make sure there should be single quotes in the starting and the beginning. Once you edit it, you can scroll up a little bit, select the task number 1 or the command number 1, and then click on run button and click select run selected cell, no, not the select cell, run all cell. Select the last second option, run all cell, and your kernel would be now busy. You can see 0 out of 11 tasks are executed right now, so we have to wait till the all 11 cells are executed. Once all 11 cells are executed, our task would be finished. So wait for it to get completed. You can see all are executed, so we can simply come back to the lab now and we can scroll down and click on check my progress, and hopefully we will get the green tick here. You can see we get the green tick. It means our task number 5 is also completed. Our assessment is completed. So we will come back to the lab now, that Jupyter Lab, and from there make sure you switch back to the workbench or the vertex AI tab. After that, open the conversational agent tab, and from here we can cut this and click on the agent tab. Not the agent, where it goes, let me check. Yes, from the agent we have to select view all agents, and we will be redirected to this page, the starting dashboard. Let it be loaded. Once the loading is complete, click on this arrow and click on delete. We have to delete this, so click on OK button. Then we will come to the tab of the first one, apps agent builder. Come back to the very first beginning tab, then reload it. Reload this page and click on create app button. Now we will complete the task number 3. We are done with the all tasks, just task number 3 was remaining, so we will complete that one. So scroll down, again click on the chat button or create one, and for the agent configuration company name, we will come back to the lab and click on the task number 3 and select the company name. Come back to here, paste the company name, then for the agent name, we will copy the second one. Come back to here, paste it here, scroll down, click on continue button and select this data store, this one. Select the already created data store and click on the create button. Once we are done with this, our task will be completed, all the tasks will be finished, and we will get the green tick in the whole lab. So now we can come back to the lab and we will try to get the green tick in the task number 3 this time. So click on check my progress button. You will get the green tick here. Yeah, you can see assessment is completed. In this way, all the tasks are completed. Starting from the task number 1, we are getting the green tick for all the tasks. It means our lab is finished. Oh, okay, this last one is remaining. You will click on this button. You will get the green tick here. Yes, assessment is completed. Since we get the green tick for all the tasks, we can click on the end lab button now and click on the end lab button once again. Give the star rating that you want to give, click on submit button and come back to main page to verify whether we actually get the green tick in the lab or not. Lab थोड़ी सी lengthy ज़्यादा हो गई, sorry for that, but it was a typical lab. So open the module and you will see that you get the green tick beside your lab. It means you successfully completed this lab. So if you like the video, make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you have any query, you can ask me in the comment box or on the WhatsApp group. Thank you very much. Good. Bye.